Hey guys, so real quick today I'm going to show you how to make a pop-up card. Alright, so you can do this for Valentine's Day or, if in the future you ever want to make a pop-up card as a gift for someone, you can do that. Here's an example of one that I made. Alright, I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so it closes and then you can open it up and you can see I got a couple little pop-ups. Alright, so real quick I'm going to show you how to do that. It's actually pretty simple. Alrighty, so to start with, you need two pieces of paper. Alright, I like to use two different colors, but they can be the same color if you want. You'll need a pencil, you'll need glue, and you'll need some scissors. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is take your papers, both of them, put them together, and then you're going to fold them in half. Alright, make sure it's an even fold, right? Just like when we practice our origami, we want our folds to be even. Alright. Crease it. And then we're going to open it back up again. So it kind of looks like a little book. And we are going to use this fold to help us as a guide for cutting. And we're going to cut along that fold through both pieces of paper. If you want to do each paper like one at a time, that's fine. I'm just going to do both at the same time though, but you don't have to. Don't feel like you need to do that. Alright, there we go. So we have two, so now our paper's cut in half, so you could actually make two different cards if you wanted to. Alright, and then one of them is going to be your inside and one of them is going to be your outside, right? So on this card I made the pink my inside and the red my outside. Alright, I think on this one I'm going to do the opposite, alright? So my red's going to be on the inside. And so in order to do that, you can see my inside is a little bit smaller, right? You can see this little red border around it. My pink is a little bit smaller, so whatever one you pick for your inside, what you're going to do, if you want to measure and use a straight edge to draw straight lines, you can. But you just need to cut a little bit off the bottom. Alright, if you want it to be really exact, then I would get a ruler and measure like a centimeter on the bottom and a centimeter on the side. Alright, and then cut. Alright, and then that goes in my trash pile. Alrighty, so once I cut that, you can see this gets a little bit smaller. If I want it to be a little more smaller so that you have a better border along the edges, I can just keep trimming it until it's right. Alrighty, but so next what I'm going to do is, before we glue the inside piece to the outside piece, we need to make our pop-ups. Alright, and the way we do that, I'm using what's called the tab method. We're going to make some tabs that will make our pop-ups. So first things first, place your two papers together, and then you're going to fold them in half. Okay, and crease them. Alright, that way you got your card shape, right? So when you open it, it's going to be like that. Okay, and then take your inside piece, and so right now it's kind of like a mouth, right? I got my fold on one side and then it opens and closes on one side. I'm going to turn it so that my mouth is facing away from me and the fold is towards me. Alright, and then along this fold, I'm going to draw where I want my tabs to go. Alright, where do I want my pop-ups? So for example, maybe on this one, I just want one big pop-up right in the middle. So I kind of like to use my fingers to help me measure. Alright, so I want a big pop-up in the middle. I'm going to just draw one line on one side and then one line on the other side. Make sure they're straight lines and make sure they're the same height. Alright, you don't want one to be longer than the other, otherwise your tabs will be crooked and they won't really work. Alright, if I wanted to do more than one tab, I could. Alright, but you need two lines as one tab. Okay? Once I have my tabs drawn, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut right on that line on both sides. Alright, so when you're done, when you unfold it, it's going to be like that. Right now I got this piece and I'm going to open it up and I'm going to push that middle piece inside. Alright, and this fold line, I'm going to crease it but in the other direction. Okay, so this is what the other side looks like. And then I'm going to move my scissors and I'm going to kind of pull it in and close my card and kind of smush down on it. Alright, and then when I open it again, you'll see I've got this little pop out. Alright, that folds flat when the card is closed. And then when I open my card, it pops up and it's 3D. Alright, can y'all see that? Alright, and so that's my pop-up. So now, the next thing I will do is I'm going to glue my inside piece into my outside piece, right? So glue them together like that. And then I'm going to use other kinds of paper, other papers to make my pop-ups. So for example, on my example one, I have my pop-ups and then I made out of other paper, I made some hearts and then I glued them. Alright, you can see I glued them to the very front of my tabs. Alright, so you glue it. If my card is standing up and facing me, I glue it here. I put the glue here and then I press it against that. Alright, you're not putting your glue on the top. If you do that, then it won't pop up. And you're not putting glue here. You're only gluing it to the very front edge of your tab. Okay? Once you have it glued, once you cut out your thing, decorate it, glue it on, and then you can decorate your background. You can decorate the bottom. If you want to write a message, you can write a message. You can also decorate the outside of your card too, right? So when it's closed, maybe you put Happy Valentine's Day or something. Alrighty. But yeah, that's how you make a pop-up card. It's just that simple. Alright. So you just make your little tabs, and then make your other shapes and things. Put your message, make it beautiful. Alrighty. And that's all you do. And you could also make a little envelope to stick it in too if you wanted to out of paper. And with the other half of your paper, you could make another card, right? So maybe one for mom and one for dad, right? Or one for mom, one for sister, or whatever. Alrighty. But there you go. That's how you make a pop-up card. So, have fun.